So on the subject of teens, I don't know. I did an internship and I saw a few teens in my practice and I just love them. I don't know. I feel like, and maybe I'm just weird. I don't know. This could totally be that I'm just weird. I just feel like teens are very misunderstood and they're not treated like the beautiful human beings that they are. And we kind of talk over them, we talk around them, we have secrets about them, we kind of ignore them as a society. We kind of like let them figure it out. You know, parents are busy working just to keep the bills, and it's not their fault. You know, that's the way our systems are built. So from your perspective, what do you think teens need the most?
Yeah, I totally agree with everything you said. I think teens are amazing people, you know, and sometimes people ask me like, what's your secret? Why are you so good working with teens? Like, what do you do? And I say, actually, I don't make a difference. We treat teens the same way as anybody else. We do not make a difference at all, because that's, I think, one of the problems, that people treat teens as this separate group and have lots of, you know, judgment and stigma on teens that is completely unfounded. So there was a very interesting piece of research done by an anthropologist named Chip Clark, and he did in-depth interviews with teens about their experience in this culture. And the book that he published is called Hurt, like being hurt, right? Because he says the gist of what he heard from teens is that they feel completely abandoned by adults. And the reason they're so peer oriented is because the adults are not there. They're totally absent. In our program, we see that teens desperately want to be connected to adults and want to be seen and witnessed and affirmed, like seen for who they are by adults. So much, right? So that is a totally wrong perception on teens, that they don't want to have anything to do with adults. We see the total opposite. And so, you know, I think that would be a good start.
Made me tear up because I just thought back to my own teen years, and that's exactly how I felt. That the parents in my life, the adults in my life, I was trying everything I could to make them proud of me. Like I would play all the sports, I was in all the clubs, and I was just like, please see me. Like, do you see me? And then when they didn't see me and I realized they weren't, is when, you know, I just quit everything. And it's just so sad. It just, oh my God. So thank you for that validation moment. I didn't really need. But no, I think you're absolutely right. And even in my own experiences with working with teens, it's like the teen is smoking marijuana because they're reacting to their home life, because their parents are yelling all day. And every time the teen would tell the parent something, they run and tell all the relatives. And so then they don't feel safe in their own home. So of course they're going to be a delinquent and run on the street and smoke marijuana because they want to feel like they belong to something, and their friends give them that feeling, and then they get that relaxation from the drug that they're taking. You know, it just all makes so much sense. It's not, I think we just complicate things, that you have a chemical imbalance, you have a disease, there's a pill to fix that and you'll be fine. And it doesn't. It just, look at where it's got us.
Yeah, and you know, I do the timelines with the teens. So I work with teens in my private practice who are like on the very severe end with mental health problems, substance use problems, all kinds of problems, right? And on 5 meds and 5 diagnoses and all of that. And I say, okay, let's just go back here. Let's just look at the timeline. How did this all start, right? Well, I went through this really painful breakup when I was 15 years old. And then what happened? Well, then, you know, my mom brought me to the psychiatrist and I got my first prescription for antidepressants. I'm like, do you understand that in that moment, that's not depression? Like you don't have depression you're born with. You had an emotional reaction to something painful.
Yeah.
You know, and that, of course, then that sets in motion lots of other consequences, right? That make it worse and worse and worse. I mean, what it comes down to, I think, because you know, it's the parents are also not at fault. I mean, they're doing the best they can. I think what we're seeing is a profound disconnect, you know. So it's a very interesting thing. We had a very profound experience in our community. We started parent classes, right? So classes for parents who were very challenged with a teen with substance use issues. And we had two women activists who were parents who had gone through hell themselves with their own children with these issues. And then they started this incredible parent program. And so parents got together, right, who dealt with the same challenges. And I tell you, that set something in motion where for the first time, these parents could start letting go of the stigma on themselves and on their children by seeing in the mirror of the other parents, we're not the bad guys. We didn't fuck up. It's just hard. And now we're going to support each other.
Wow.
And that has ripple effects, right? So these parents are now building the village that we lost.
Wow.
So I feel like that's a very profound thing, and for everybody who's listening, that will be a good start for us to create the village for us, right? For parents, for the teens, some of these like healthy, connections that go beyond just me and my kid or me and my parent. That's not going to work. We can't be everything for our teenage child. We can't be everything for our one parent or two parents. We need a village of caring people, caring young people, meaningful things to do. And then we see a lot of good things can ripple from that.